Hey, it's March 25th. You know what that means? Only 9 months until Christmas. Well, and they got that Christmas in July stuff. I guess today's kind of Christmas in March, except, well, Christmas itself actually takes its date probably from today. To some extent, Christmas in December is because of Christmas in March. What am I talking about here? Well, December 25th. People often argue, is that really the day Jesus was born? Do we really know when he was born? Well, there is some debate. But here's what just blew my mind when I learned this in seminary. I always thought that, well, December 25th is the day Jesus was born. So today's celebration of the Annunciation, March 25th, well, you just back up 9 months to Jesus' conception. That's how you do that, right? I mean, you start with Christmas and you back up 9 months, and that's why March 25th today is the Solemnity of the Annunciation, the day Jesus was conceived. The problem is, it likely worked the other direction. Like today, March 25th was recognized as the day of Jesus' conception, and then they actually added 9 months later to get December 25th as the date of Jesus' birth. You see, we don't think about it today, but really, the celebration of Christmas was a later addition in the church. Earlier than that, the church was celebrating the day that Jesus became one of us. When did the Word become flesh and dwell among us? When was God made man? Well, March 25th. Year zero? I don't know. Why March 25th? Well, of course, the main explanation would be, well, that's the date that it actually happened. Jesus was actually born on December 25th. He was actually conceived on March 25th. But there's also something deeper there. Back at the time of Jesus, there was a certain belief and understanding that especially great people would die on the same day that they were born. Their birthday and their death date would be the same. Go with me on that. Well, the date of Jesus' death was thought to be March 25th. That would have been the date of the original Good Friday, March 25th. And rather than celebrating that Jesus would have been born on the day that he dies, well, the main event in the life of Jesus becoming man was not the day he was born, but the day he was conceived. Because if you think about it, well, it's true of every little baby. The day you're born, while it is a physically momentous day, really all that happens when a baby is born is that the baby goes from being inside his or her mom to being outside. That's it. I mean, it's pretty momentous, getting from one place to the other, especially for the mom. Imagine the baby, too. But really, it's just changing places. The real miracle takes place when that life comes to exist, which is 9 months earlier at conception. What a great pro-life witness that is basic science today. Who cares if you're inside your mom or outside your mom? That's a small event. But conception, now that's a major event. That's when a new soul comes to existence for all eternity. That's just in the human standpoint. But with Jesus, this is when God took on flesh. A word in the Latin that we say incarnatus, incarnate. He literally takes on carne, flesh. Wow. God becomes man. Homo factus est. God is made man. That's a big deal. And that's why today is the highest feast in the church. It's a solemnity. I wonder how much we really stop to think about what an amazing event that is. The Annunciation, when God becomes man. We tend to think, oh, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. When did that happen? Bethlehem, year zero. No, not Bethlehem. In fact, if you go to the Holy Land today, you go to Nazareth, to the place where Mary would have encountered the angel Gabriel on this day. You go to her home, which exists today, and it's not a house, it's a cave. Most of Mary's house would have been underground. I got to go and pray there, pray my rosary in the very place where angel Gabriel first said, Ave Maria. Well, there's a little inscription there. Normally in John's Gospel, we would hear verbum caro factum est. The Word became flesh. But if you go to Mary's house in Nazareth, you will find a little inscription that says verbum caro hic factum est. Here, the Word became flesh. What an amazing event that was. God becomes man, not on Christmas Eve, but today, March 25th, Christmas in March. I hope the presence of God with you today will move your heart to remember that God is with us always, here. And God bless you.